I just have to upload this to the YouTube later. It already took me half an hour to get this thing to work. Nothing's working. This is fun, isn't it? All right, well, we'll just get going. I'll just keep it short. So it's Andromedan Reptilians. I don't think it has, I mean, it might have something to do with that. Who knows? Yeah, I doubt it. It's just the world's messed up. This YouTube's down somewhere. And the Siberian energies, it's just, I'll just let that explain itself. So I would just keep this short because this is going on forever. So yeah, I almost got Rumble to work, but then I was going to go to certain places. Yeah, just whatever. It's modern times. It's not working. All right. I'm going to, the API. YouTube's API is not working. So that's what's going on with that. But then when I use a Rumble, not to say Rumble would have worked that great anyway. Rumble is not. Plan B, Plan C didn't work. So anyway, here we are. So, all right. We're going to Andromedan energies. I think everything's showing everywhere. I'm kind of curious at this point. I shouldn't be curious, but I'm kind of am. Yep. This is going somewhere. Okay, all right. We're just going to real quick, and then I'll be out of here because time is wasting away. So, all right. According to vibrations. Sweet pea is quiet. All right, going to Andromeda and reptilian frequencies. All right, here we go. Crazy. See, this is Andromedans. As you can see, there's some pushback. A lot of the, I think, the reptilian frequencies don't want to be healed. I think that's part of it. They don't want to. Obviously, all alien species has difficulties. Reptilian energies are, well, I guess, they're not necessarily going on a rehabilitation. Well, somewhat in there's some of that going on, but it's basically you say, like a game, you go through all these obstacles. Eventually, you get to a point where you can expose a little bit more about them, where they can't do anything about it. Let's put it that way. It's like there's all these different rules. Not that we're going to go into too much detail on their frequency at this moment, but they, well, it's not just reptilians, but reptilian plays a big role here of their, they're causing a lot of, like, you're going through a lot of their problems. Let's put it that way. Like you're their video game. They're playing your society. Of course, society is playing itself, as you can see. There's a lot of that happening. Control, narcissism, frequencies. There's so many different alien species that come here, and like I say, it's not just reptilians. It's just the world, the Earth is so vulnerable. So many different beings come here and manipulate it. And they either get kicked out of here. That's why some of you are picking up on secret space frequencies. It's just there are beings that can get through your energy field and cause difficulties here, at least cause delusion. Like a lot of these alien beings are delusional in themselves, so it's like they muddy the waters, you could say. Well, they bring they're attracted to chaos, and some of them are fish beings. Some of them are kind of a guppy type of some are like slime type beings. They're just so many different yes, you can say psychotic frequencies are just attracted to your world's vibration. It's like you're in a fish bowl and you can't see very clearly. It's all muddy waters, basically. But that's why you come here to swim with all of those. There's some of you are like lifeguards, assist others and find their way out. And then others are just lost here, as you can see. Doesn't mean this world would be pulled out of its timeline completely. No, it needs to go through this. It just, well, it's like, like with the soul, the souls have weaknesses, vulnerabilities, and you can say this world was developed to not necessarily exploit it, but to heal it, to explore it. So it's like you say this world was manifested through the flaws of existence, you could say. It just taken the human perspective. And as you can see, humans here are very hard on themselves, hard on each other, and the mind is probably the more complicated than a computer could ever be, more complicated than an AI being could ever be. And yes, you can't outsmart the AI beings, just to let you know. I mean, AI, it can has some advantages, but remember, look at your world currently. You think they could survive here? I mean, well, not to say this will happen, but without wiping out the human race, because they can't do it. They can't beat society here. It's too, out there. So it's not that they're going to be a winner if that would happen. It's like, what do you do now? So that's what makes this world so fascinating. You say it's chaotic. It's psychotic ways. It's not all of it like that, but it's so fascinating that how many don't see it that way. They don't see the chaos. They do, but they don't acknowledge. They don't want to see for what it is. They just kind of ignore it. Basically, there's a lot of that going on, and others are just indulging in it. There's different type of prison systems, you can say. So some of you might see like you're in a prison, but you might doesn't mean you technically are, but you feel definitely a prisoner for your house. Many souls are in prison, not just the demonic realms, but souls here have imprisoned themselves here. Well, because they don't think a whole lot of themselves. These are humans. They just don't really think anything of themselves. So they jail themselves here. And you're kind of here to help maybe them shine some light on it, but you'd be surprised how many here just don't care for themselves and just wander. And they're not even dead. They're alive as you would call it. But obviously they don't feel much alive. So, and society is doing everything it can to stay alive, relevant within itself. It's always selling something. To find it, eventually figure itself out. And like I said, you're seeing the difficulties with these alien groups. There's so many of them. This means that it goes on and on. And yes, you have your secret space programs. Yeah, they infiltrated too, but they have obviously their own issues too. And they just want to be, adored, worshipped, and so on. And I guess you can say they have their place here, along with everything else. So, but here in the desert frequency, that has some of that's reptilian, some of it's Andromedan. The Andromedans feel like they might have a luscious world, all full of colors and life. And then after reptilian attacks, reptilians that don't even care for themselves, but know how to manipulate societies, and all of a sudden you have a nice Andromeda world that's not a desert. So you see, the desert here is also like to remember yourselves and other reality. Remember going through the desert life on other planets too. This has been done before too. A lot of things have been done here before, done in other places before, and a lot of this is a retread. Yeah, doing it again in a different way. In some ways, that's good because the idea is for you to find your way out of it. Of course, many are not doing that, but it's like I've done this before on many other worlds. The idea is to have some kind of deja vu to break free of all of this. So if some of you might feel there's a bit of familiarity, doesn't mean you've done this before on this planet, but it's like you feel like you've done this before, but you don't know where. So we'll just leave you with that. Blessings.